What is going on, guys? Today we have a massive Power Rangers unboxing, and this one is a big one. We have all kinds of cool stuff in this massive box. Let's dive right in. Okay, so I could just about fit this all into the camera shot, so yeah, this box is kind of massive, and honestly, I don't even think the stuff in here is that crazy big, so like, yeah. By the looks of things, it's mainly just packing material. All I remember about this lot is there's so many different Power Ranger Morphers and things like that in here, so let's just get into this. So, first up we have this RPM Morpher, so really cool. I'll check all these out and I'll make sure they work off camera, but is complete with the engine cell as well, I think these are called. Not entirely sure because, yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of RPM, but yeah, pretty cool. Have to test this out, make sure it all works, but yeah. See what else we have. I think this is a really tiny little Mystic Force Morph. It's like this came with like a specific kind of little play set or something like that. But yeah, this little Mystic Force Morpher is pretty cool, and obviously doesn't have any lights or sounds or anything, but yeah, it's just something else a little bit different to add to the collection. And we have a giant Mega Force Morpher. God, these ones are always so big. Look at the size of this in comparison, and then we have this really tiny Mystic Force Morpher. Yeah, the Mega Force Morpher is actually just like gigantic. But yeah, the Mega Force one, obviously, you put the cards inside and then click this in place and yeah, morph into your different Rangers. So, pretty cool. Like I said though, this is really big. Seems to be missing the battery cover at the back, but yeah. I feel like I have so many of these Morphers right now. These particular s.p.d. and Mega Ranger Morpher. I think I've got like 3 or 4 of these, or at least I did have. I've had to sell a bunch of other spare ones off, but yeah. No lights or sounds at the moment, but that's probably because there are no batteries. No batteries inside to test this out at the moment, but I'm sure it'll work. We'll have to test this off camera and give this a try out. But overall, looking pretty clean anyway, so that's a good thing. Okay, so one of the next things in here, we have this Dino Thunder Brachiomorpher for the Black Ranger. This is like a pretty tiny version of the normal one, and it has this totally different strap that's just a little Velcro thing like this. I don't ever remember seeing this as a toy, like on the shelves. I do remember though seeing this one. Now this one is the standard version, the actual proper full-size Morpher that has the lights and sounds and everything. But yeah, this one actually does obviously have the function where you put the key in and you twist it, and then this activates the Morpher, where this one doesn't actually have that. It's just like a very basic version of the Morpher. Yeah, this one is missing the plate by the looks of things. Can't seem to see a plate in here for it at the moment. But yeah, so we have 2 different Dino Thunder Morphers already, so 2 different versions of the Brachiomorpher. Famously used by Jason David Frank, the most legendary Ranger of all time. And stay tuned in the future, I do actually have something hopefully not too long away from coming out on the channel, and it's a video that's very much related to these items right here, so kind of anyway. Okay, sticking with the Dino Thunder theme, we have one of the other Dino Thunder Morphers. This one looks like it's missing the battery compartment as well. Like I said, I'll try these all out off camera and make sure they work. I think the seller did say some of these items don't work, so I'll have to sort out which ones do and which ones don't. So yeah, I've got one of the faceplates here, so That's pretty cool. One of the Dino Thunder Yellow Rangers plates. Pretty cool. Another one here as well, and this one is complete with the battery cover, so that's really awesome. So another one there. I think one of these does work, but obviously I don't have a clue which one of them is that one, but we'll have to try them out. And I don't know if there's any more different plates. This one is one of the plates that goes to this set, so that's pretty cool. Unfortunately though, it does look like one of the pieces has broken off, or both of them actually have broken off. The little pegs that you clip into this plate, so it doesn't actually properly stay in place. But yeah, it would come with obviously the black Brachio plate and this one, which I think is the Dimetrodon, but not totally sure. We also have inside of here, God, there's so many different morphers in here to go through. So this is the one that I was missing to my Triassic morpher. It's basically this morpher right here, except from it's blue. So that's really the only difference between this morpher, the standard Dino Thunder morpher, and then you have the Triassic morpher. The only difference is painted blue, and then this plate, let's see. Okay, this one looks like it's okay, so we'll try it out on here. There you go, really cool. So yeah, this particular plate that goes on here, I really do love this, and yeah, looking forward to putting this on the Triassic morpher. We do have a watch inside of here. This is like a classic Mighty Morphin Power Rangers style watch with Jason, the Red Ranger, on there. Pretty cool. It's like a hologram, so you can like do that and then he'll morph into action, so that's kind of cool. You can open this up and then it says it's morphin time inside of there, and I guess if this had batteries in, you'd be able to see the time on there, because this is a pretty cool little watch. Maybe I'll wear it. But yeah, it's morphin time. And we also have in here something that's not Power Rangers. This is the Beetleborgs, I think it's called, and I do actually have one of these already. And this one, if you push the button in the bottom in, it should have like a figure inside of here, I believe, as well. But you can open up these different pieces for the different kind of not rangers, but like the different characters in Beetleborgs. I never really watched Beetleborgs as a kid, but yeah, clip doesn't seem to stay in place too great, but yeah, there we go. This is the Beetleborgs. At least I think that's what it's called anyway, so yeah, feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. A very basic design, but yeah, what do you expect for the early 90s classic toys, right? Okay, and keeping going, let's see what else we have. I think this one is from Megaforce as well. Like I said, I haven't seen a lot of the newer stuff. I am pretty sure that this is from Megaforce, and I think it might be the Robo Knight Morpher. Yeah, this is another one in the collection that I didn't actually have, so trying to collect them all. It's like Pokemon, right? You got to catch them all. So yeah, there we go. We have this Morpher right here. So a really basic design for this particular item. I think the head of this is kind of like a lion by the looks of things. I haven't really seen too much Megaforce. I've only seen like certain episodes, but yeah, maybe I'll get around to watching a little bit more at some point just to check things out. I'll have to see if it all works off camera, but yeah, overall a cool little design anyway, so that's that one. Alright, next up we do have, this is one that I am familiar with, and I do really love the design of this particular morpher. This is the one from Ninja Storm. I feel like the design overall for this particular morpher is really awesome, and like the different interchangeable discs that you can choose for the different ranges kind of mimics a little bit of the power coins for Mighty Morphin, how you had to have the different discs for the different ranges, so I thought that was really cool. I think this one overall is in pretty good condition. There's some scratching obviously to the disc, but I mean, you can't really do much. There's going to be some sort of wear on these old toys, a little bit of paint chipping and stuff in places, scratches, just the basic stuff really. At least it does come with the strap itself and at least one of the discs. I don't know if there's any more inside of here, but yeah, there we go. Power Rangers Ninja Storm. I think these are the Wind Morphers. Pretty cool. And next up, this is from Jungle Fury, I believe. These are basically just like the costume pieces. I don't know, they were just attached to their suits all the time, I think. Would go over the glove pieces, or the gauntlets. Honestly, this is not one of the main reasons why I bought this lot, but it's still an interesting item. I guess if you wanted to modify it and use it for cosplay, I guess you could do that. But yeah. Okay, so next up we have this item, which I'm not even totally sure if this is a Morpher or not, or if it's just like the thing that you keep the discs in for the Samurai Rangers. I know this is for Power Rangers Samurai, but I haven't really seen Samurai either. So yeah, we do have this item, and if we lock this piece in, you can kind of spin this piece around. If you press this button though, it will actually spin it all the way around and change as well, so that's kind of cool. Oh, this one's got batteries inside of it, so yeah, it has some interesting sound effects and stuff, so at least we can test it out, see if it works, so that's kind of cool, I guess. Yeah, next item. Okay, so we have a few things left in here. This next up is the Operation Overdrive Morpher. This doesn't have batteries either, so you can't really check the sounds or anything out, but I've unboxed this a couple of times before on the channel, so yeah, go check out those other videos after this one. I think it's a pretty cool design. I think it's definitely an interesting look, and the way that they morph, they would press this button in and then kind of move this piece along their arm and then morph into action. I did watch a little bit of Overdrive, so it was something that I did watch, but it was kind of like just on and off at the time, because that was at the point when I was like getting out of Power Rangers a little bit at the time, and then didn't return until quite later on after that. I still kept up with watching Power Rangers, but yeah, I did actually, funnily enough, still buy the toys at this point, so I was still buying a bunch of the Power Rangers toys that were coming out right up until some of the later season stuff. And next up we have something awesome. This is the Power Rangers Ninja Storm Thunder Morpher, so really awesome. So we would have like the different pieces that would slot into the top of here for the different Rangers. There was two different Rangers, obviously. You had the Navy Thunder and the Crimson Thunder. So really awesome, and there would be also the disc that would go inside of here. Obviously this doesn't look like it comes with those discs because it seems to be missing, but in a big bundle of stuff like this you're expecting to get a lot of missing bits and pieces, so is what it is. I didn't pay hardly anything honestly for this entire lot, so it was just kind of like a bunch of spare morphers, and like it was just a little bit of a gamble, and I was like, it's a cheap deal, so why not, right? I do actually have one of these already that's complete, so I can use the parts from one of the other ones and make up a full one. So I can have the different versions, because you'd have like the interchangeable pieces for the Crimson Thunder and the Navy Thunder. So I will be able to now have both of those on display, which is pretty awesome. And finally, and saving one of my favourite seasons for last, why not? This, even though it's not the best condition, is a Power Rangers Lost Galaxy Transmorpher. For you guys who don't know, this season, Power Rangers Lost Galaxy, was one of my favourite seasons of all time, for sure. And I know that this isn't the best example of the Morpher. There's definitely a lot of paint missing. It was supposed to be all gold, like this. But this is really cool. This brings me back to my childhood. Like, Lost Galaxy was one of the first seasons that I ever watched as a kid. And That, and also at the time when the reruns were going around for Mighty Morphin and all that stuff, Jason David Frank was obviously like my favourite Ranger of all time. But I think for the Red Rangers, Leo from Lost Galaxy, the Red Lost Galaxy Power Ranger, he is my favourite Red Ranger of all time, for sure. Like, I have a bunch of favourites, but in terms of the Red Rangers, I think Leo was always my favourite Red Ranger, so it's like a battle-damaged version of the Morpher, kind of. So yeah, we have that. Pretty cool. And that just about wraps up everything in these boxes. So, I'm just going to double check. I think that's about it. So, I'm going to get rid of this box. I'm going to set all the different Morphers up, and we'll take one final look and wrap this thing up. Okay, so there we go. From loads of different seasons of different Power Rangers, we have loads of different Morphers, including a Power Rangers Mighty Morphin watch. We've got a bunch of different other items as well, and just, yeah, so much cool stuff, including something that's not even Power Rangers. This item right here from Beetleborgs, so really cool. Yeah, a bunch of different stuff, so many awesome things, and now all I have to do is sort all these things out and see which ones I'm going to keep and see which ones I'm going to get rid of and sell. So yeah, that's just about it for this video. Hope you enjoyed this Power Rangers unboxing. If you did, please remember to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and stay tuned for plenty more Power Rangers unboxings, reviews, and so much more is on the way. Thanks for watching. It's Morphin time. Also, feel free to join me on Instagram, Facebook and more. For instance, if you want to join our Team Tommy Dragon Facebook page, we can all share our interests and love for Power Rangers and all sorts of different movies and different TV shows, and in general just things that we collect and want to share with each other. Also, feel free to join and become a Patreon member. Totally optional, but if you want to help me and support the channel even more, then that's greatly appreciated. But in any case, thank you so much for being a part of Team Tommy Dragon. You know what time it is. It's Morphin time.